go out there and hustle and do our best.
All right, the team earlier on was losing a little bit, losing 4 straight, and now winning your last 3 out of your last 4 games. Just talk about what the difference has been here in Durham for you guys.
Our post players are stepping up, and we're playing amazing defense. That's what it's going to come down to, definitely.
All right, for you personally, doing a pretty good job yourself this season, leading the league in scoring, and just tell me what that accomplishment means to you.
Well, I moved to 2 guard this year, and my point guards are getting the ball in my hands, and I'm shooting, so they're the ones who are getting the ball to me, so I think I owe it to them for that.
All right, do you find that more comfortable position for yourself now going over to the 2 guard?
Definitely. It's more natural. It's more comfortable. Like, I'm a shooter. I like to shoot.
All right, well, you certainly shot the lights out today. Congratulations on the win. Once again, the final score 65-47 in favor of the Lords. For their final thoughts on the game, let's send it over to Dana McKeel and Darren Thomas.
Thanks very much, Matt. And Darren, quite a wrap-up for the Durham College Lords. They're now on a 2-game winning streak.
Great job by Durham. They did an excellent job. They started out the game on fire, and they held it throughout the game and came out with a victory tonight.
Now, we're also looking at the top scorers in the game. First for the Durham College Lords, Bonnie Slaughter with 24 points.
Slaughter came out on fire tonight. She lit it up from the 3-point line in the first half and continued in the second half, and she had a great game.
Also looking at the Algonquin Thunder, they came out with 19 points from Jen Milligan, but they really couldn't get things going, and I attribute that to the first half with all those fouls and unpolished play.
Well, they're a young team, and they picked up a lot of fouls early. Jen Milligan was really great in the first half. Quiet down in the second half, found her touch again in the second half, but they needed more from her. If other players could have stepped up to complement her scoring, they could have had a better outcome here tonight.
Well, that wraps up things here at Durham College. Again, Durham Lords on a 2-game winning streak, defeating the Algonquin Thunder here tonight. For Darren Thomas, Matt Stokes, the entire hard-working production crew, I'm Dana McKeel saying so long from Durham College.
When you're looking for your adrenaline rush, Varsity Sports scores top marks for action and excitement. Pioneer OUA Game Night on Rogers Television showcases Ontario's sporting superstars as they lead their universities on the way to Canadian Championship. Pioneer OUA Game Night has it all. Saturday nights at 8. Watch Pioneer OUA Game Night on Rogers Television.
Mom, are you gonna let her get away with that?
It's just a shopping cart.
So it's your shopping cart. What's wrong with you? You're chicken? Mom, you're such a wimp.
What?
What's wrong with you? Stand up for yourself. Go over there and give her a good smack. Oh. Fight, 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 fight. She's a goon. Give her a taste of her own medicine.
The Durham College men's basketball team take on the St. Lawrence Vikings this Sunday, February 9th at 3 p.m.
I want to show you something.
Reel to Reel, Canada's premier choice for movie reviews. Acclaimed critics Richard Krause, Katrina Osted, and Jeff Pavir bring you the latest movie reviews from North America and around the world.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Reel to Reel also offers you behind-the-scenes footage of today's hottest movies.
You getting this? Yeah!
Reel to Reel, making sense of movies on Rogers Television.
Such is the price of genius.
Cut it. Thank you very much.
Get your cards ready. It's Knights of Columbus Bingo with all new games on Rogers Television. Your chance to win thousands of dollars and know you're helping a worthy cause. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Only on Rogers.
Today's television universe is a lot like this barrel of water. There's plenty of it, but pouring yourself a glass can be tricky. Rogers digital cable, on the other hand, is a lot like this tap. You can have as much or as little as you want without spilling a drop. Thirsty?
Rogers Digital Cable gives you the most control with pick and pay, time shifting, and an interactive program guide on Canada's most advanced digital network.
Welcome to Durham College for the match this afternoon featuring the Durham College Lords and the Algonquin Thunder. Darren Thomas We are all over Ontario covering basketball at its best, and certainly this game is right up there with the best of them.
Oh, that's right. It's great to get an opportunity to do an OCAA game. We're always doing OUA games, and it's a great opportunity tonight to see these two teams battle as they're fighting for playoff spots here.
Now, we had commented last night about the basketball game featuring the Durham College Lords and the Georgian Grizzlies, a 71-59 win for Durham. Bonnie Slaughter with 26 points, Angela Cull with 20 points. But again, we have to emphasize the fact that it comes down to shooting percentages, and those shooting percentages are not indicative of that final score.
Well, that's right. Bonnie Slaughter had 26 points last night, but she didn't shoot the ball extremely well. That will mean that Algonquin will have to do a great job of defending shooters, getting out on shooters, closing out well, and recognizing who the shooter is and where that open pass is going.
Now, we also have to look at the fact that Angela Cull was able to get 6 for 10 from the field, so that certainly bodes well for the Durham College Lords in the forward position. However, again, as you said, defense is the key for Algonquin if they're able to shut down those two shooters.
Oh, that's right. Just because her shooting percentage was bad, she does like to shoot a lot of shots. So if it works out that her shooting percentage is better tonight, she will end up with a lot of points because she does like to shoot the ball when she's open.
Now, we're also looking at Jen Milligan, the 5'7" guard out of Ottawa, playing with the Algonquin Thunder, and the fact that the team predicates itself around her.
That's right. She's the floor leader. She's the floor general, but virtually the coach on the floor. She gets their offense started, and she's the glue for that team, so watch for her to have a big impact on tonight's game for Algonquin.
We had one previous game between the Algonquin Thunder and the Durham College Lords. It was a 64-61 win for Algonquin, so for Durham to come back, this will be redemption time.
That's right. So tonight's game is going to be a very interesting one. We know both teams are fighting for playoff spots. They're right on top of each other in the standings, so it's going to be a heated battle.
Giving a little bit of information regarding the buildup of this game as they come into the playoff format. Algonquin Thunder with 4 wins, 3 losses, and Durham College Lords with 3 and 5. That will be confirmed at 4 and 5 after last night's win. And both teams are battling for that 4th playoff spot. As we had talked to Ken Babcock, the athletic director here at Durham College, very concerned about that 4th playoff spot.
That's right, because he said you need to get into that 4th spot. Right now they're sitting at 5th, and you need to be in that 4th spot to get there. So you want to be there convincingly, and it seems to be a seesaw battle right now.
Now, they also have to worry about Georgian College behind the Durham College Lords. Humber Hawks are still firmly ahead in the 3rd position at 5 wins, 2 losses, and they'll be in action over the course of the weekend as well. The officials for tonight's matchup, Richard Graves and Dave Fumerton, 2 very popular officials here in the Durham region. And we're going to stand for the national anthem, Darren. Durham College and getting underway. And Darren, we had also talked pregame about the fact that Durham College last won a OCAA championship in 1996-97. Algonquin hasn't won a championship since those back-to-back championship teams in 71-72 and 72-73.
Yeah, I'll say Algonquin is pretty overdue here now.
And also looking at the Humber College Hawks, who have won the past 2 OCAA championships. Denise Perrier, a one-time commentator with us on Rogers Television in the Toronto region, has taken over the reins from Ken Henderson, who later went on to now coaching with the University of Toronto Varsity Blues. As action gets underway. We're going to see a traveling violation already called on Karen Diaz. Durham will inbound the ball.
Algonquin's in that full court pressure right off the bat. Let's see if Durham does a good job of breaking the pressure.
Durham is out there. Leading the way will be the point guard, Bonnie Slaughter. Keep an eye on number 15, as well as Liz Armstrong. Angela Cull is out there. And there's a first draw of blood for the Algonquin Thunder.
Ashley Hunter goes coast to coast and scores the first deuce for Algonquin as they get back into that full court press.
Jackie Burntwhistle is out there for Durham College Lords as well. And Lee Garbat in the backcourt with Slaughter will form the dynamic duo.
Durham showing some patience on offense, moving the ball around the horn.
For Algonquin Thunder, Ashley Hunter, Sheena Butt, Jen Milligan, as well as Karen Diaz. This is a good look at Ashley Hunter right there.
Hunter's out there calling the shots for her squad, pumps it inside.
That is starting 5, Darren, as we see more blood being drawn. Algonquin get it going, 4-0 here in the opening minute of play.
Doing a good job on the road, getting baskets on the road here early, and that's good if you're on the road.
And we see a foul called on the play. Coming out of position was Karen Diaz, the 5'9" forward out of Ottawa. It'll be a foul on Diaz. That'll be her first personal, the team's first. And we'll see Bunny Slaughter inbound the ball and a whistle blowing on the play already. So we're going to see another foul on the play.
Algonquin has to be careful. Don't want those cheap fouls to mount early in the game. Put Durham on the free throw early.
And Karen Diaz accepts 2 quick fouls, and she'll be replaced in the lineup by number 12, Amy Rose, the 5'8" forward out of Brighton, Ontario.
Unfortunate, less than 2 minutes gone in the game, and she picks up a quick 2, and she'll have to take a seat on the bench for a while.
As now we're going to see Amy Rose come over to the bench, forgetting about the jewelry that was on her ears.
That's very important. You got to take those things out. Even you know that, Dana.
Yeah, the fact that I don't wear any jewelry.
That's right.
And the ball will go Durham's way.
Durham gets another opportunity. Bonnie Slaughter to inbounds underneath.
The head coach for Algonquin Thunder's Jeff Mace. The assistant coach is Rosie Wharton. For the women's Durham College Lord team, the head coach is Craig Andrew, a very popular individual in these parts, as well as Bill Crowdis, a one-time Durham College basketball star.
Excellent sequence there by Durham. Bonnie Slaughter over to Liz Armstrong, cutting back door on the wing, and she was fouled on the play, and she'll step to the charity stripe for 2 shots.
That foul is going to go against number 41, Sheena Butt. That'll be her first personal foul.
And that's not a good sign for Algonquin. Sheena Butt is the tallest player on their team, standing at 5'11". So they definitely need her presence inside for rebounding and defensive purposes as well.
This is Liz Armstrong, the senior player on the Lords team at 5'3", at a Pine Ridge Secondary School, taking a business program here at Durham.
Knocks down both free throws, gets her team on the scoreboard.
4-2 in favor of the Thunder as we get things underway. The Algonquin Thunder set up in the offensive zone. They're going to work it around. Ashley Hunter, Amy Rose. There they run the offense. There's the shot. Jen Milligan with the 15-foot jumper.
Good job by Jen Milligan. Cut through the key and caught the ball in the paint, and nothing but twine from 10 feet out for Jen Milligan.
We're going to see a foul on the play.
I think that's Jen Milligan again being a bit too aggressive on defense there. She has to be careful. She's their big gunner, and you need her in the game, so cannot pick up too many of those itsy-bitsy fouls.
Everyone on the floor has a story, and certainly for Jen Milligan is the fact that she's been able to put up the points for the Algonquin Thunder. Durham's going to work the ball around. Very patient with their offense.
That's right, working it around the horn, getting some ball reversals.
The shot off the rim, that shot taken by Bonnie Slaughter. So certainly we're back to where we were last night, Darren, with Slaughter going to put up the shots, not afraid of the shooting percentage.
That's right. Algonquin has to be aware of that and get a hand in her face when she's shooting those shots.
Ball goes out of bounds. Algonquin will inbound.
There's Jen Milligan in the corner. Penetrates inside beautifully and kisses it off the glass.
Milligan really knows how to make that happen with the shot off the glass like that.
Great body control as well.
And she had to get around a tall 6'2" power forward and Jackie Burtwhistle to do it. We're going to see a foul on the play against Ashley Hunter. That'll be her first personal foul.
Not even 3 minutes into the game, and we've had about 6 fouls called here so far, so somebody's going to be shooting a lot of free throws here.
It'll be her first personal, the team's 5th to be correct, Darren. 8-2 in favor of the Algonquin Thunder. Darren, you know as well as I do that mental preparation coming into this matchup is so important, and it appeared that Algonquin was mentally prepared before they stepped on the court.
They just look a little bit more in sync right now offensively, although just saw a basket there for the Durham squad. But they do look more mentally prepared to play this game. Let's see how they handle this pressure here by Durham.
Burtwhistle gets credit for that touch off the glass. 6 feet 2 inches tall. There's not a lot of players that are going to be able to touch her in the paint. The ball goes off a Durham player. It'll be Algonquin ball. 8-4 is the score in favor of Algonquin. And we're going to see the ball stolen away by Lee Garbat. Garbat looking to make things happen here offensively. Pass over to Liz Armstrong. There's the shot. 3-point land was Bonnie Slaughter. She gets her own rebound. There it is off the glass for 2.
Excellent job by Slaughter. She got a great look at a 3-point shot. Wasn't able to knock it down, but she followed the ball, got her own rebound, and got the easy putback. Good job by Durham as they're slowly creeping back. Score is now 8-6.
And Algonquin will inbound the ball. Cynthia Piazza now into the game for the Thunder. She'll inbound it. Durham quickly getting back into this game. They don't want to fall. Huge leads are hard to come back from. There's a shot from 3-point land. It's off the rim. And we're going to see a foul on the play.
Shot from way out.
Craig Andrews up on the sidelines, very animated. I don't know if we put him up there with the best of animated coaches like Rich DeLanner or Mike Cates or Jim Flack, but
I don't think he's in that league yet.
Mervyn Busby from Seneca. Or the leader of the pack, Terry Haggerty.
Good old Terry.
Yeah, you know it.
Good defensive sequence there by Algonquin to come up with the ball, and here they have a break opportunity. Almost threw it away.
That pass was to Lindsay Mullen. Darren, as she took one off the head for the team. Nice turnaround play by Sheena Butt.
Sheena Butt using her size in there. Got a good look at a shot, wasn't able to convert, but a foul ensued on the play. And Sheena Butt will step to the charity stripe for 2 shots.
That foul is going to go against Durham's number 31, Ange Cull. That'll be her first personal.
Mistakenly, she won't get shots for that foul. Algonquin will get the ball underneath.
And there's been no timeout as the players came over to consult with Rosie Warden on the sidelines.
Double team on Jen
And the ball
Milligan.
stolen away, and we're going to see a dribbling violation called against Durham's Lee Garbat, who was credited with the steal, and the ball will go Algonquin's way. 8-6 in favor of Algonquin. 15:44 left on the clock here in the first half. Dana McKeel with Darren Thomas and Matt Stokes bringing it to you big time. They call a whistle as a child came running out onto the floor.
Uh-oh, that's got to be the first time I've seen that. A stoppage of play.
We've never seen that yet this year, Darren, so this is a first.
He wanted to get involved in the play there.
And the officials look to be consulting with Craig Andrews, the home team coach. And there's a bit of consultation going on here. They're going to give it Algonquin's way. They'll inbound the ball. There's the pass, dangerous pass across court as we see the drive to the bucket. That was Ashley Hunter.
Nice attempt there by Hunter. Unsuccessful on the layup though.
Top of the key. Burtwhistle. This is a shot from Slaughter. That's for 3.
Dial up the AT&T long distance shootout number. She shot that from way out, and she's known for that, and she'll continue to do that as well, so Algonquin will have to recognize that.
Sheena Budd playing the top of the key as the post player. She almost lost control. This is Hunter. And under the bucket goes Jen Milligan, and we're going to see a whistle on the play, Darren.
Well, good job by Algonquin there to get something out of the play. Ashley Hunter dumped it off to Jen Milligan down in the block and wasn't able to get the basket, but met the contact and will get 2 shots from the stripe.
That'll be Liz Armstrong's first personal, the team's second, as we see Milligan at the line for Algonquin.
Needs to drop those free throws. Free throws are so important, especially on the road. And those missed free throws will come back to haunt you.
They're going to call a timeout as the teams will come over to the benches. And a good look at a 9-8 score in favor of the Durham Lords. And Darren, I think we'll have to talk about this Algonquin Thunder team because they had control right up to the point of that shot by Bonnie Slaughter.
Well, they started out really quick. They started out on fire, running the fast break, a lot of pressure defense. Got out to a quick 8-2 lead. Durham has been slowly getting themselves back into the game, finding their offensive sequences. Bonnie Slaughter hit a long distance outside shot. She scored an easy deuce, getting her own basket back. So Durham is slowly coming together offensively.
We had a good look at the Algonquin Thunder team on our screen. Rosie Morton, a one-time player in the Ottawa area, played her university basketball in the Ottawa area. And we're going to get back to action here with Jen Milligan going to complete the second of 2 free throws for the Thunder. Here's Milligan at the line. She drains it. They're tied at 9. And every point counts, Darren, as you know.
That's right, especially on the road, so every free throw is important.
Burt whistle to Slaughter. That's to Armstrong.
Nice
Top
ball.
of the key to Angela Cull.
Nice ball movement by Durham.
Lee Garbat is out there as well. When you got Burt whistle and Cull down low like that, you've got a lot to deal with on the boards. That was Garbat. Drive to the bucket. Butt comes up with the rebound. Ashley Hunter will bring it up. For Sheena Butt, that's a lot to deal with when you've got Burwhistle and Cull on the boards. No one really wanting that rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. Which possession will it go to? It will go Durham College's way.
Well, Durham's lucky enough to get the possession back on that play.
Entering into the game for Algonquin will be Amy Rose and Chantel Clement. Rose, the 5'8 forward out of Brighton. Clement, the 5'8 guard out of Cornwall. There's a long pass. Here's Lee Garbat. She's caught traveling on the play.
Good call by the referee. She did try. Excellent execution, though, by Durham to find Algonquin sleeping and get a fast break like that. But Lee Garbat was a little too anxious, and she traveled.
She looked like a water bug out there, Darren.
Very quick, almost like you.
Oh, no question. Actually, she's got more speed like you.
I think you're right.
Yeah. There's Hunter with a three-point attempt. It's all air. As a matter of fact, I can feel the wind from here.
Yeah, where's my jacket? It's a bit chilly in here. Hunt shot way off the mark.
Durham is going to go for that shotgun approach again with the quick pass. The baseball pass to Lee Garbat. She'll put it up off the glass for 2.
Excellent job by Lee Garbat. Good catch. Controlled herself on the fast break. Great body control to score the deuce. And Durham is coughing up some turnovers here with their tough defense.
Algonquin not really wanting the ball right now. We see a traveling violation on the play. Lee Garbat wants to play basketball, but she wants to use the shortcuts to get there.
Algonquin has to do a better job recognizing that fast break is coming, because it looks like a play. It's a set play that Durham uses, so they're going to have to adjust to it.
And great play by Liz Armstrong. She blocked the shot. They're going to call a jump ball on it, but it will go the Thunder way.
Well, Liz Armstrong's one of the smaller players out there on the floor, but she was able to get a block shot there. Algonquin gets possession underneath.
Lindsay Mullen, the 5'4" guard out of Sarnia, is out there on the floor for Sarnia. She let up a rainbow of a shot. It went off the rim. Here comes Lee Garbat.
Little stutter step and blew by the defender and got the deuce. Nice job by Lee Garbat.
And Algonquin is going to bring it back. Durham up by 4. 13-14 left here in the first half. Jen Mulligan.
Good steal there. Liz Armstrong got her hand on the ball, knocked it out of bounds. 14 seconds left on the Algonquin shot clock for this sequence.
Sorry, Chuck, I heard that quite faintly. Are we going to Matt? Will do.
13-9 in favor of the Durham Lords. Algonquin will inbound the ball.
13 seconds left on the shot clock. Almost stolen by Lee Garbat. She steps out of bounds.
And let's go to Matt Stokes on the sidelines. He's got an update for us.
All right, thanks, guys. During that last timeout on the Thunder bench, assistant coach Rosie Warden was saying her team was getting flustered in the half court, and you can see it by the amount of turnovers they had in the early going. They said they're doing a good job of breaking out, but they got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball, guys.
Thanks very much, Matt, as we see the bucket. And it looks like there'll be a foul on the play as well.
Excellent sequence there by Durham. Found Liz Armstrong free, and she got an easy deuce out of it, plus the contact, so she'll step to the charity track for the natural three-point play.
For Algonquin, this is going to be a concern with the fouls, as we see the foul go to Amelia Molina, and we see Liz Armstrong go to the line for Durham.
Well, we've got just under 13 minutes left to go in the first half, and Durham is in the bonus already, so not a good sign for Algonquin.
You can be rough out there and play a strong, rough, aggressive game. However, you cannot commit the fouls and expect to win the game.
Especially when you're on the road. That's going to be it's going to hurt your team more than anything.
Going to see another foul on the play. Richard Graves right in there to make the call. That foul going to go against Lee Garbat. That's her first personal. It'll be the team's third. And the ball stolen away. This is Bonnie Slaughter with a three-point attempt that goes off the rim. Garbat saves it. Trying for the ball was Deanna Baird, the 6-foot forward who cuts across the key. She's quite a presence out there. There's Jen Milligan who stole the ball away on a pass from Slaughter. And the ball goes up off the glass for two.
Great job by Jen Milligan. Dangerous pass there by the Durham guards, and it was broken up by Jen Milligan. And she's able to get a deuce out of it. And Algonquin's back into that full court pressure, trying to create a turnover.
And in the course of having that full court pressure, Darren, they're going to play a 55 or a half court defense, man to man.
Quick shot there by Slaughter off the mark, rebounded by Dina Baird, though, and they get another look at a fresh shot clock.
And Colin, that pass was over to Deanna Baird. She puts it up with the left hand.
Good interior post play by Durham there. Angela Cull dropped it inside to Dina Baird, and she put it off the glass for the deuce.
And a quick run by Liz Armstrong. She'll go to the glass. No foul called on the play. And Algonquin comes up with it. It's end-to-end right now between the Algonquin Thunder and the Durham Lords. Jen Milligan with the drive.
Excellent body control by Jen Milligan. She went coast to coast with a full burst of steam and was able to avoid the charge there and scored another deuce for Algonquin.
You know, things are getting intense. Craig Andrews is up off the bench, and so is Rosie Warden. There's a shot up off the glass. They're not going to count it.
No basket. Great ball movement, though, by Durham.
Ange Cull on the play.
Had a foul before the shot, so the basket will not count. But Durham is in the bonus, so they'll step to the free throw line for the 1-and-1.
That foul goes against Amelia Molina. That'll be her second personal foul. Darren, as you said, Ange Cull will be at the line for Durham. Really have to admire the way Deanna Baird has been able to come in and replace Burwhistle on the offensive glass and has done a terrific job.
Well, you don't lose much in height. One stands 6'2" and one stands at 6 foot, so it's an equal trade-off when the other goes out.
I would hate to look at the food bills at the end of this month.
Another missed shot there off the mark by Slaughter.
And a long pass to Jen Milligan. Durham will set up into a zone defense. A good look at Ashley Hunter across the court pass. Darren, how many times have we said those passes are dangerous?
Very easy to be picked off, and you don't want to be using those too often.
Bonnie Slaughter on a pass to Liz Armstrong. It's up off the glass for two.
Great two-man game there by Durham. Lee Garbat over to Liz Armstrong, who was free on the other wing for another deuce, and Durham takes a 20-15 lead.
Ashley Hunter as they approach, and there's another steal for Durham. Bonnie Slaughter within, Liz Armstrong. Slaughter will take it to the glass. It's nice.
Good job by Slaughter. Kept control of the ball right until she sucked the defense right in, waited for the defense to commit, and scored the basket herself. Excellent job there by Slaughter.
As Slaughter says, ain't no thing like a chicken wing, and certainly that was the case as she went to the glass. A foul called on the play.
Jen Milligan now will step to the free throw line, and she is trying to carry this load for her team, either scoring the baskets or making the contact to get to the free throw line, as you see here.
Deanna Baird will take the foul. That'll be her first personal, the team's fourth. As we see Jen Milligan at the line for the Thunder, and we are going to see substitution for Durham.
Jen Milligan not able to knock down that free throw.
Ten minutes left here in the first half. Dana McGill with Darren Thomas and Matt Stokes bringing it to you big time from Durham College. Basketball at its best here in the Durham region. Lee Garbat takes the inbounded pass. She's watched closely by Cynthia Piazza.
Good job by Garbat to get that ball over the timeline with the pressure.
There's a pass that goes out of bounds. It will go Algonquin's way.
That's a tough pass by Angela Cull. Defense was pretty much on the offensive players in the paint there, so trying to force it in there was not the way to go.
That was a great few minutes by Deanna Baird to be able to fill in quite admirably for Jackie Burtwhistle, who's now back into the game. Hunter. Those passes are going to continue to get picked off unless Algonquin is able to rectify the situation.
Algonquin's trying to force the ball into the zone when the pass isn't there, and Durham's getting the easy pickoffs because of it.
Lee Garbat, Liz Armstrong, and Bonnie Slaughter have been responsible for a lot of those steals. There's another steal.
Errant pass there, thrown by Garbat. Here comes Algonquin.
Ashley Hunter, top of the key. Cynthia Piazza. Jen Milligan with the ball, double team. She'll go to Piazza. She'll drive to the bucket. She went off on the wrong foot, Darren.
Algonquin has to realize that Jen Milligan is drawing a double team now, so somebody else has to step up when she does get double teamed.
Sheena Butt had the opportunity. She does look good when she goes around for that 180 turn. However, going to the rack has been a challenge for Butt.
Good dump off there.
A shot taken by Ange Cull. It's off the rim. It will be Durham ball, and Slaughter will inbound it. As we see the facility bell go off, that has no bearing on the game. However,
it's a bit annoying.
It is a bit annoying. Shot from the top of the key. That's a three.
Slaughter dials up the AT&T long-distance shootout number there and is successful. Nice-looking shot there by Slaughter. Like we said off the top, she will shoot a lot of shots, and they do drop for her eventually. So she's got 2 3-pointers today.
And Jen Milligan comes right back with a three. And Darren, you know yourself as well as I do, when you answer the bell and Slaughter puts up a shot like that, you come back and you put it right in her face.
Great job by Jen Milligan there to answer the call. Matching 3-pointers there, and that's what Algonquin needs.
And a quick move by Lindsay Mullen. Now out there handling the ball for the Thunder. Here's Hunter. Hunter to Mullen.
Jen Milligan running the baseline there, looking to get open.
Here's Hunter. Oh, the ball is thrown away with 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
Tough break there for
Not a
Algonquin.
good possession for the Algonquin Thunder, and because of it, Rosie Wharton's called timeout.
Do a better job taking care of the ball, making better passes.
7:38 left here in the first half. 25-19 for the Durham Lords over the Algonquin Thunder. Darren, if there's anything that you would address to the Algonquin Thunder at this time, what would you say to them?
Take care of the basketball. Too many errant passes. Don't try to force the ball inside when it's not there. Take a little more time on the shot clock and look for the pass that's open.
And if you're Craig Andrews of the Durham Lords, what are you telling the troops?
They're doing a good job offensively. They're doing a good job pushing the basketball. Continue with that. Keep looking for the open shots. I think they want to take advantage of the height advantage inside with Jackie Burstwhistle standing at 6'2". You know, give her some touches down low and see if she's successful with that.
These teams have got to compete to get into the playoffs, and certainly running up in the first round of the playoffs, they'll have to play up against a Seneca Sting team that's undefeated in league play.
Well, you know, the Senecas and the Sheridans and the Humbers are always tough, so when you have to face off against either one of those teams, you're in for a battle.
And I don't see Mervyn Busby coming out with a B team out of that Seneca College team ever since we've been covering them.
Not usually.
And that Bill continues to go in the facility here at Durham College, much to the dismay of Ken Babcock, the facility manager and athletic director.
Wow, that is annoying, to say the least.
It's got the entire scoring table questioning what's going on here. They'll continue to play. There will be no stoppage in the game whatsoever. And Durham will inbound the ball. This will be Bonnie Slaughter. Certainly meets the all-name team. With a name like Slaughter, you can't win. Lee Garbad. Outside is Nicole Stevenson, who's getting a first look in the game, a 5'7" guard out of Aurelia District High School, taking journalism here at Durham. There's a shot from outside. That's Ange Cullen. She gets the lucky bounce. And that's for two.
Angela Cull gets that shooter's roll off of a good sequence by Durham. They had good ball reversals, good ball movement. Found Cull open at the elbow, and she knocked down the jumper.
And we've had a called timeout here. As a matter of fact, the facility and Darren, we're going to have to rectify the situation. Kim Babcock, the athletic director, just came in and informed the entire population that we are going to vacate the facility. That bell is in recognition of a fire alarm. So we're going to break with 7:08 left in the game, or in the first half, pardon me, 27-19 in favor of the Durham Lords. We'll be back.
February is Fight Month on Viewer's Choice Pay-Per-View. Marquez versus Medina, February 1st. Mosley versus Marquez, February 8th. Tyson versus Etienne, February 22nd. Each time you order one of these fights, you're automatically entered to win a trip for two to Vegas, courtesy of iTravel 2000, to see Roy Jones Jr. versus John Ruiz on March 1st. Viewer's Choice Pay-Per-View on Rogers Digital Cable. Contest ends February 24th.
Hi, I'm Alex. Uncontrollable libidos, overweight teens, the paranormal, speech impediments. What do all these have in common? Well, if you want to find out and you're a teen, you should watch Rant Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4:30 on Rogers Television.
License and registration, please. Sure. You know you made an illegal left turn back there?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, you've got to be kidding! That call stinks! You stink! Right, Dad? Tell him. You're not just gonna sit there and take this, are you? Stand up to this moron. Tell him that call was crap. Don't hold back. Let him have it. What are you looking at, loser?
Hi, I'm Adnan Virk. Canada's heritage is one of respect and tolerance for people of different cultures and backgrounds. Diversity isn't just a word, it's a reality. Join me here every week for Omniculture, a look at stories and issues from the hundreds of cultures that make up our great country. So join us for this look at diversity. Omniculture.
to Durham College as we get set to inbound the ball with Algonquin in possession. And Darren, that was quite a stoppage in play and a stoppage for the entire facility as everybody had to clear out of the building due to a false alarm.
A little bit of drama happening here, but it seems to be all cleared up now.
And the officials are going to talk things over with the head coaches, Greg Andrews and Rosie Warden. And while we're at it, Darren, we can add the stats to the mix here. And looking at the statistics up to this point with 7:08 left here in the first half, the offensive and defensive rebounds have been the telling story as well as the shooting percentage.
A little bit of disparity in the rebounding category there. Durham is about 20% more than Algonquin in the rebounding category. Shooting percentages are pretty even right now. Jen Milligan is 5 for 5. She has 13 points. Bonnie Slaughter 4 for 11. So she's following her regular patterns, and she has 10 points.
And also looking at points off the bench, Durham certainly carrying that with 6 points to their total coming from the bench. So that says something about the rotation from the bench. As we see a drive to the bucket, missing on the drive was Cynthia Piazza. There's another shot, it goes off the rim. Looking for the rebound. Defensively, it's picked up by Angela Cull. And here comes Slaughter. Slaughter will look to drive to the bucket.
Good attempt by Slaughter, went coast to coast, unsuccessful on the layup though. And here Algonquin gets another shot at it.
Hunter will bring it up slowly.
Algonquin's getting second shot attempts. Durham has to do a better job on the defensive boards. Algonquin needs to capitalize on those though.
The pass across court again, Darren. You know those are going to get picked off at some point. I'm sure Rosie Warden will address that issue at halftime. We see Lee Garbad going to the bucket. She'll drive. She went up with the right hand. I thought she might have went up with the left.
Didn't have a defender there, so she could have used the right hand. But you know, fundamentals are key and should have done a left-handed layup.
But with a pass across court, there's a shot.
Second shot attempt there by Sheena, but she's fouled and will step to the free throw line. Like we said before, Durham has to do a better job on the defensive boards. Algonquin is getting second shot attempts very frequently.
That foul is going to go against Jackie Burwhistle. That'll be her first personal foul. The team's 5th. And we see Butt at the line, shooting 2.
First shot just off the mark.
Don't think she's very composed up there at the line, Darren. She needs a little bit more composure if she's going to shoot like that.
A little bit more legs could be used in the shot. Free throws, you want to get right down and make the shot as easy as possible. Use your whole body, not just your arms. So your knees come into play and not able to connect on the second shot either. Like we said before, those missed free throws will come back to haunt you, especially on the road.
Liz Armstrong to Slaughter, who'll take the three-point shot. It's good.
Lining it up from downtown. Nothing but twine from the three-point line for Bonnie Slaughter. And as we said, Algonquin has to recognize that she will not hesitate to shoot the ball, and they have to get out and defend her.
That shot came from 401 in Simcoe. As we see Hunter handling the ball for Algonquin.
Algonquin showing some patience offensively. Shot clock winding down, 10 seconds left.
Piazza looking to drive. We're going to see a foul on the play.
Piazza was bailed out by Liz Armstrong.
That'll be Armstrong's second personal foul, the team's 6th. Both teams have played fairly aggressively here in the first half, Darren.
Yes, racking up a lot of fouls. One more foul for Durham, and Algonquin will be in the bonus as well.
Piazza with the pass to Milligan. And the ball was knocked out of bounds by Slaughter. She almost saved it.
Good hustle there by Slaughter. Unsuccessful. Couldn't get it out, though, and Algonquin will regain possession on the sideline there.
As we see Milligan going to go with a pass to a nice pass and a nice play to Karen Diaz. Diaz is back in the game, even though she's got 2 fouls here in the first half, Darren.
Good sequence there by Algonquin. Jen Milligan looked to penetrate, but not to score that time. She dumped it off, and they were successful with it. And there's a beautiful basket by Liz Armstrong. Penetrates through. Good body control off the glass for Deuce. And Durham showing some full court pressure here. Milligan.
Piazza. They've got to make things happen from the perimeter if they're going to have any success. And we're going to see a foul on the play.
Jen Milligan is definitely going to need a couple of her teammates to step up and provide some scoring punch.
That foul's going to go against Jackie Burtwhistle, her second personal foul. We're going to see substitution again for the Durham Lords. Coming into the game is Nicole Stevenson and Deanna Baird.
Ashley Hunter at the charity stripe for Algonquin. Misses the first of two.
Hunter, the 5'7" guard out of Belleville. Darren, she's been a major cog in the wheel for Rosie Wharton here in the first half.
She looks like she has the potential to be the next complimentary step-up scorer for this team. Not able to get shots to drop for her, though, but maybe that'll change as the course of the game goes on.
Slaughter forcing it. Goes to the rack. An errant shot was put up, and Algonquin will come back. Here's Milligan. She looks to drive. She wasn't able to get around a very positioned Deanna Baird, and she lost control of the ball. Darren, the Durham Lords are going to take over.
Called for the travel on that sequence there. Good penetration by Jen Milligan, but lost her footing, fell over in travel. Durham's back at it here.
Here's Slaughter.
Nice cross-court pass, dangerous, but a nice one nonetheless.
Baird comes from the low post to the top of the key to make the pass.
Good ball movement and patience being shown by Durham. 9 seconds left on the shot clock.
Darren Ange Cole cuts down low post.
And there's a great steal by Jen Milligan. She's going coast to coast.
Milligan with the shot.
Decides to stop and pop. Doesn't drop for her, though.
Here comes another shot from Milligan from three-point land. Goes off the rim, and she gets her own rebound.
Algonquin doing an excellent job on the boards, getting second and third shot attempts, and there they finally get one to go.
That was Cynthia Piazza who went to the rack and got that funny and lucky bounce.
Great determination by Piazza and Algonquin. They got 2 and 3 looks at shots in that sequence and finally got it to drop for them.
One of the things that I'm looking at with the Durham College Lords as we see the ball almost thrown away. Good recovery by Liz Armstrong, or Lee Garbat, pardon me, as we see Bonnie Slaughter coming back with the ball for the Lords. Is that the guard rotation for Durham Lords have been doing a very, very good job.
Great backcourt action by the Durham guards. Bonnie Slaughter, Liz Armstrong, Lee Garbat. Those three make up a tough guard tandem there, and they're doing an excellent job so far.
One of the players from Durham Lords men's basketball team got a hold of the ball as it went about. I thought he was going to take it with him to the dressing room.
Not time yet, buddy. Next game, not time yet.
Hunter gets possession of the ball, but she fell down on the floor. She'll be called with the traveling violation.
Another turnover for Algonquin, and it's those mental mistakes that are going to drive a coach crazy.
Chantel Clement checks back into the game for the Thunder. 5'8" guard out of Cornwall. As the Thunder will match up in a zone defense. Here's Baird, top of the key. Slaughter. Out there as well as Nicole Stevenson for the Lords. We see the pass go across the court. Violation against Durham Lords, and Algonquin will take over possession of the ball.
Deanna Baird was inside that key for too long, and subsequently the 3-second violation was called.
She's a big girl to move out of that paint. And we're going to see another violation as well. Darren, as far as the two teams go, they haven't been really polished when it comes to the fundamental skills of the game. However, they are making it interesting.
They are. Mental mistakes are mounting for both teams. I mean, little things like errant passes, traveling violations. Those things are mental mistakes, and those can be corrected. It's just the lack of concentration.
That pass outside by Cole to Stevenson. Garbat looks to drive, but there's Slaughter with the three-point feed.
Slaughter, she looks like she's practicing for the long-distance AT&T shootout. She's got about 3 or 4 three-pointers here this afternoon, and her shot is dropping here for her tonight.
And every time Slaughter drops that three, Milligan comes back and wants to do a facial on her as well and drop a three.
Well, I think what she needs to do is realize that she's a good shooter before she hits the shot and get a hand in her face and try to defend the shot a little better.
That was a good look at Chantel Clement, the forward for the Algonquin Thunder, as Lee Garbat brings up the ball for the Durham Lords. Garbat, Stevenson, and Garbat will work it around the perimeter. There's the ball into the paint. Cole distributes it back outside. Cole will go up with the ball. There's the rebound from Deanna Baird, as she's a pillar in the paint.
Good job by Durham there on the offensive glass. Deanna Baird got 2 looks at a good shot there and was able to capitalize on the second attempt. And Durham finds themselves with a commanding lead of 16 points just before the end of the first half.
Piazza throws it outside. There's an errant shot by Jen Milligan. She wasn't even looking at the bucket on that play.
Radar. She's got the radar going. Nice launch there by Jen Milligan, getting another deuce for Algonquin, trying to close the gap before the half.
Less than a minute left here in the first half. 39-25 in favor of Durham, and that three-point shot by Milligan sure was needed. Baird,
good look
down
inside.
Low post to Cole. And Cole's going to be called with the traveling violation. That was a tough call to make.
Yeah, Durham is doing a good job executing offensively. They're getting great spacing offensively, and they're playing the inside-outside game.
39-25 with less than 40 seconds left here in the first half, and we're going to hear a whistle on the play. That foul's going to go against Deanna Baird. That'll be her second personal foul. The team's 8th as Algonquin's into bonus. This is Sheena Butt at the line for the Algonquin Thunder. Good amount of players that come from the Eastern Ontario region, Darren, and we're looking at places like Kingston, Ottawa, Belleville, even Odessa, Ontario. Home to the Smart family.
There you go. Good penetration there by Slaughter. Her shot's off the mark.
And Slaughter has got to be able to be more composed when she goes to the rack instead of just putting it up.
Better shot selection, I think, is what's needed.
That shot goes off the rim. Nicole Stevenson comes up with the rebound, and she'll drive with the bucket with the ball up the court to Slaughter.
But Slaughter does have the advantage of having 2 and 3 big forwards out there to rebound. So when you have big players out there to rebound, you don't have to be as selective with your shots.
Well, there goes the buzzer to end the first half of play with the Durham College Lords leading the Algonquin Thunder 39-25. And Darren, if you have any quick notes, what would they be?
Well, for Algonquin, they've got to get themselves out of this hole, do a better job offensively, cut the turnovers down, and start knocking down some shots. For Durham, you're doing a good job offensively. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And you're watching OCAA basketball at its best. Durham leading Thunder. We'll be back with more right after this.
When you're looking for your adrenaline rush, Varsity Sports scores top marks for action and excitement. Pioneer OUA Game Night on Rogers Television showcases Ontario's sporting superstars as they lead their universities on the way to Canadian Championship. Pioneer OUA Game Night has it all. Saturday nights at 8. Watch Pioneer OUA Game Night on Rogers Television.
Mom, are you gonna let her get away with that?
It's just a shopping cart.
So it's your shopping cart. What's wrong with you? Are you a chicken? But Mom, you're such a wimp.
What?
What's wrong with you? Stand up for yourself. Go over there and give her a good smack. Oh. Fight, 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 fight. She's a goon. Give her a taste of her own medicine.
The Durham College men's basketball team take on the St. Lawrence Vikings this Sunday, February 9th at 3 p.m.
I want to show you something.
Reel to Reel, Canada's premier choice for movie reviews. Acclaimed critics Richard Krause, Katrina Onstad, and Jeff Pavir bring you the latest movie reviews from North America and around the world.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Reel to Reel also offers you behind-the-scenes footage of today's hottest movies.
You getting this? Yeah!
Reel to Reel, making sense of movies on Rogers Television.
Such is the price of genius.
Cut it. Thank you very much.
Get your cards ready. It's Knights of Columbus Bingo with all new games on Rogers Television. Your chance to win thousands of dollars and know you're helping a worthy cause. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Only on Rogers.
Local, live. Here's television.
And Welcome back to Durham College here for the second half of action. 39-25 in favor of the Durham College Lords over the Algonquin Thunder as we get into the depths of second half action of play. And Darren's stats do the talking.
That's right. Just looking at some of the first half statistics, field goal percentages were pretty even. 44% for Algonquin, 45% for Durham. Three-point shooting, there was some disparity, though. Algonquin shot 20% from the stripe, and Durham shot 50%, so there's some differences there. From the free throw line, Algonquin was terrible with 22%. Durham, on the other hand, 60%. Not that great, but a lot better than them. Leading scorers right now, Jen Milligan has 15 points for Algonquin. She's 6 for 8. Bonnie Slaughter, 16 for Durham. She's 6 for 17, so Jen is a little bit more efficient than Bonnie is right now.
And we're going to see a foul called on the play here as Jen Milligan was going to the rack. And it's going to go against Jen Milligan. They're going to call it an offensive violation. Offensive foul as we see the replay.
When you get a look at it, she's bumping into the defenders, picking up her second foul of the game.
Here's Liz Armstrong. She'll run the offense for the Lords. Lee Garbat. So they're going to go back to the original starting five.
And they're being very patient offensively.
Garbat, Armstrong, Slaughter with Burtwhistle and Cull out there. Formidable starting five for the Durham Lords.
Travel violation by Liz Armstrong.
Got to admire the way official Dave Fumerton is able to get over there, make the call, then hustle back to his position. It's quite a challenge for him.
Well, it's tough sometimes to call those little itsy-bitsy traveling calls, but once it's happening very frequently, you've got to be stern and call it every time.
Fumerton knows that you got to be physically fit out there, and he is certainly a pinnacle of that. The shot off the glass did not hit rim at all. That was Sheena Butt.
Lee Garbach got her arm in there and tried to steal the ball. Looks like she's wincing in a little bit of pain, though, but seems to be okay.
They'll go against Lee Garbat, her second personal foul, the team's first this half.
Cynthia Piazza at the charity stripe for 2 shots. Is able to knock down the first. Algonquin has to do a much better job this half of free throw shooting. They were horrendous in the first half at 22%.
Certainly a concern for Liz Warden.
Makes good on the second. Good job. Cynthia Piazza able to convert both free throws.
And Liz Armstrong out there with Lee Garbat playing A and B. And here's Bonnie Slaughter. Slaughter goes down on her knee, but there was no traveling violation called, and we're going to see a scrum for the ball.
Got away with the travel on that possession.
It's going to go against Durham. Algonquin will take possession of the ball.
That was a good job of Algonquin to tie up Slaughter on that play. She's usually open for the shot there, but that shows that they're getting closer up on her and getting a hand in her face as you see the replay there. Wasn't able to get a good look at an open shot that time.
Always willing to get her hands dirty and get into the paint, Ashley Hunter. Sheena Butt looking to go one-on-one against Burtwhistle, but it's Karen Diaz off the glass for 2.
Good job by Sheena Butt to find Diaz open inside, and Diaz kissed it off the glass for a deuce for Algonquin. 10-point game now, and Algonquin is slowly inching their way back in.
Diaz collected 2 early fouls in the first half. She's come back to play a much more polished game here in the second. Early going of the second as Lee Garbat passes inside to Angela Cull, and there it goes off the glass for 2.
Good job there by Angela Cull inside to receive that pass. There was a lot of traffic down low on the block, but she was able to maintain her composure and put it off the glass for the deuce.
And she did that with Butt all over her like white on rice. As we see another errant shot put up. And this is Armstrong. She'll bring up the ball for the Lords. They're going to move it up quickly with the pace.
Durham does a good job of pushing the ball up the floor, get into their initial offense.
Certainly Craig Andrews and Bill Crowdis want to go with more action down low post, and that's why we see Colin Burtwhistle with the ball a lot more here in the second half.
Well, they're taking advantage of the size, extra size that they have on the block, and good idea for them to do that.
Milligan tried to crack the nut. She couldn't. And here comes Garbat with a drive off the glass. They're going to call a foul on the play.
Good job by Garbat to avoid the defender there. She walked around her and just missed the layup, but met the contact and will step to the free throw line.
That foul is going to go against Ashley Hunter. That'll be her second personal foul.
There you see the replay. Garbat walks around Ashley Hunter, just missing the charge. Puts it off the glass, unsuccessful though, and see if she can knock down these free throws. Makes good on the first.
16:58 left here in the second half of action. Dana McKeel with Darren Thomas, and the star of basketball, Matt Stokes, bringing it to you big time from Durham College.
Garbat makes good on the second for Durham. 43-29 lead for Durham.
And while we have a chance, let's go down to Matt Stokes on the sidelines.
All right, thanks, guys. I was able to talk to head coach Craig Andrews at the half, and he said he liked the way his team established the defense. They caused 18 Algonquin turnovers, so he'd like to see that in the second half. But Jennifer Milligan is hurting them right now. 15 points in the first. Andrew says he's not going to rush to get any kind of special attention on her yet, but he does want his team to know where she is on the court at all times. Guys?
We get back to action with 43-29 in favor of the Durham Lords, and Darren, we're seeing a little bit of action around the center line.
Well, you know what they call that? That's called helter-skelter.
Helter-skelter basketball at its best here. As we see Jennifer Milligan with the shot from 15 feet out. That jumper did not go, as we see Angela Cull come down with the rebound. And that's something we'll have to look at the end of the game with how many defensive rebounds she's come down with. There's a shot up off the closets for two, and Angela Cull is really putting on a show here in the second half.
Well, off the top of the game, we talked that Angela Cull was one of the premier scorers for Durham. Had a quiet first half, but she's waking up here now in the second half, doing an excellent job.
And funny enough, Angela Cull comes from Art Pryor District High School in Ottawa, and she's in her second year of sports here at Durham. I'm sure Rosie Warden would love to have her in the Algonquin lineup.
Nice ball movement by Durham. They spread the floor very well, and they're able to get good looks at open passes.
And believe it or not, Liz Armstrong's coming up with the rebound, and there she is over top of Karen Diaz for another rebound.
She's just in there wrestling for that ball.
5 feet 3 inches tall, battling players that are upwards of 6 feet tall under the bucket. Deanna Baird's going to check back into the game for Durham. Coming in for Algonquin is Lindsay Mullen, who we haven't seen since the first half of play. It's going to be a full timeout called, and that means we can give an opportunity, Darren, to highlight some of the other things that are happening here at Durham. The Durham Lords women's volleyball team, as we take a look at the bench there for Algonquin. That's Liz Warden. We can faintly hear, but here's the replay with Burt Whistle getting the ball.
And there you see Liz Armstrong here, going up and over.
Certainly Liz Armstrong showing that she's a 5'3" guard, but she wants to play like she's 7'2".
It's all about heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. And Liz Armstrong's displaying it there. Very gutsy player.
Darren, what I wanted to say about the Durham Lords volleyball team is that they won the Centennial College Colt Challenge last weekend. They knocked off a pair of nationally ranked teams in the process. Aaron Smith, the star fastball player who won the MVP award, Durham College won the OCAA championship last fall, has led the Lords with kills and aces, as well as Trisha Calhoun. They later went on to become tournament all-stars, or at least Calhoun has, and they knocked off 14th ranked Humber Hawks. They're 14th ranked in the country, as well as defeating number 9 ranked Cambrian Golden Shield in the finals. So it says an awful lot about the Durham women's volleyball team and Aaron Smith, who seems to be the big name around campus these days. The ball lost by Emelina Molina, and Durham's going to come back up with the ball. Again, the guards are playing a pivotal role for the Durham Lords.
These Durham guards are controlling the game. Armstrong, Garbat, and Slaughter. Those three have done a great job controlling the perimeter, and then they have their inside players in Angela Cull and Deanna Baird and Jackie Burstwhistle controlling the boards and the offensive block. So they got it covered at both ends.
That was a kick ball. The ball was taken out of bounds by Durham. The shot clock was reset to 30 seconds. Angela Cull looking to put the shot up. She fouled on the play by Karen Diaz.
Good sequence there by Durham. Worked the ball around the outside. Found Angela Cull open inside, but fouled on the play, she'll step to the free throw line once again.
We see a very composed Angela Cull here in the second half of play.
Not able to make the first of 2 free throws.
Got to use the legs more, Darren.
Free throw's the easiest shot. It's just it's you in the basket. It's a mental thing, and there's really no reason to miss free throw shots.
All twine on that second of 2. Jennifer Milligan with the ball. The guards have got to step up for the Thunder if they have any hope of getting back into the game. They're down by 17 with 14 minutes left on the clock. Cull comes up with the steal.
Another errant pass there. Turnovers mounting for Algonquin. And Durham is doing a good job of capitalizing on those turnovers. They scored a tremendous amount of points in the first half off the turnovers, and that's what gave them that big advantage.
I don't think Cull realized on that turnaround shot that there was no one able to stand her up. There was no forward covering her on the play. There was a guard. Nice pass by Bonnie Slaughter, though. We haven't heard too much of Slaughter here in the second half.
Slaughter hasn't been getting open for those open shots. I think Algonquin is adjusted.
A nice pass to Slaughter from Lee Garbat on a steal. You notice that 3 guards filled the lanes and went to the rack.
Excellent 2-man game there by Garbat and Slaughter. Garbat did a great job of sucking the defender over to her and just dumped it off to Slaughter, who was open for the deuce.
Molina almost lost control of the ball as she hit the paint. Here's a shot from outside. It's for 3.
Big-time three-pointer there by Lindsay Mullen, dialing up the long-distance three-point number. I hope their long-distance bill is paid up, because, boy, that would certainly drain it out.
The 5'4" guard out of Sarnia. It's not just about the chemical plant down in Sarnia, it's about Lindsay Mullen.
Nice looking shot there. Algonquin needs some more of that from her. Hopefully they can get it.
Deanna Baird, huge body in the paint. Oh. And there's a lucky shot for 3. That was Slaughter.
Bonnie Slaughter getting another one to drop for her. Hits yet another three-pointer. And she's just on fire here tonight from the three-point line.
I think the inspiration comes from the tattoo on her right leg. So we see the shot go off the rim. And it appears that Craig Andrews wants to talk things over. He's going to call timeout. 51-32 in favor of the Lords. 13 minutes left on the clock. And Darren, we did have a chance to highlight Erin Smith. Not only is she a great volleyball player, but also a great softball player. Second-year star out of Durham College. Durham had an 11-1 record going into the women's OCAA championships. They ended up defeating Canadore 2-1. Canadore was only 3-5 in league play, but they were a Cinderella team. As we see the replay.
It was Bonnie Slaughter's last three-pointer off the front iron, but gets the bounce. That's a shooter's bounce, by the way. And it was working in her favor on that shot.
Also want to look at the Humber College Hawks men's basketball or women's basketball team as we see Rosie Warden talk things over in the Algonquin timeout. Humber has won the women's OCAA championship the past 4 or 5 years. Says a lot about Denise Perrier, the position that she walked into after taking over from Ken Henderson.
Well, she's been doing a great job there and just turned that program around, and having great success so far.
And Lee Garbat will bring up the ball. Angela Cull down low post to Deanna Baird. She was not prepared to take that pass.
Tough pass to handle there. Caused the turnover. Here comes Algonquin.
Hunter running the ball up court rather quickly. They realize that they've got to get back into this game. The clock is going to be huge in the latter stages of this game. The Thunder foul will go against number 33, Lindsay Mullen. That'll be her 3rd personal foul, the team's 3rd this half.
Well, both teams have cut down on the fouling in the second half here.
Milligan with a shot. Long distance 3. A traveling violation called on the play. That'll go against Molina, and Durham will take over possession of the ball.
Good job by Molina to snag the rebound, but she traveled, unfortunately. Another mental mistake by Algonquin, resulting in a turnover.
We've seen a lot of mental mistakes here in this game, especially in the first half, Darren.
Well, in talking to Rosie Warden, she said they're a young team and they're still building, so that's expected.
So we see Lee Garbat Pass over to Burtwhistle.
Durham using that shot clock. 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Nicole Stevens and Angela Cullis. We see it wind down. Garback gets off the shot too late, and Algonquin takes over possession of the ball.
A little too patient on that possession there for Durham. Resulted in a shot clock violation. Algonquin regains possession underneath.
I think next time Durham does that is when Elvis will come alive. So we see
I think he's in the building there, Dana.
Yeah.
That fire alarm was a preempted
strike.
That's right.
Yes.
Just to give you notice, Elvis is in the building.
Stevenson and Baird out there with some input on this offensive sequence. She's a huge body.
Durham spreading it out now. Looking to work some clock.
Burtwhistle cuts across the paint, and they're going to wind down the clock again. 5 seconds left. It's up to... There's a shot from Burtwhistle. Baird also had a play in that shot.
Got 2 good looks at close shots. They're high percentage shots, not able to knock them down. Have to capitalize on those if you're Durham.
Too bad they couldn't go up and jam the ball, Darren. They've got the height.
Well, that's another story.
And we're going to see substitution on the play. Coming out of the game's Karen Diaz. Going into the game is Amy Rose. Rose, the 5'8" forward out of Brighton. As Rosie Warden elects to go to the bench midway through the second half of competition.
And Durham is sitting here with a 19-point lead. It looks like that every possession they want to come down and use the full shot clock. An opportunity to practice some of their sets.
This is the first time we've seen a huge front court for the Durham Lords. They've got Cull, Baird, and Burtwhistle out there playing the glass.
The 3 tallest players are out there on the front line.
All 3 of them range from 6'1" to 6'2". Stevenson will inbound the ball. That's an awful lot to deal with on the glass, and that's going to be a concern for Rosie Warden. And there's going to be a foul on the play. It's going to go against Durham's number 33, Deanna Baird. That'll be her correction. That's going to go against Angela Cull. That'll be her 2nd personal foul, the team's 4th this half. So Cull will get the foul. Here's Hunter. Durham in a zone defense. They've got some clock to work with. 30 seconds on the shot clock. It's down now to 10.
Durham's very active in that zone, doing a good job of getting out to the ball handlers.
They've got to look up to the clock now. Here's Hunter with the drive, and she gets it.
Hunter with the runner. Gets it to drop. Ashley Hunter's capable of those kinds of baskets. She has to assert herself offensively more. Durham needs some of that from her. Algonquin, excuse me.
And here come the Thunder again. They're looking to decrease the lead that Durham has as we see a drive to the puck, and we're going to see a foul on the play.
Ashley Hunter taking matters into her own hands now. Another consecutive play. She takes it to the basket, meets the contact, is fouled, and will step to the charity stripe. So Ashley Hunter showing some signs here. Here you get a look at the replay. Heads and shoulders all alone, going right to the cup.
That foul against Lee Garback will be her 3rd personal foul, the team's 5th, as we see Hunter at the line for Algonquin.
Important, you got to make those free throws. If you're going to get fouled and not get the points out of the layup, then you definitely have to get the points on the line.
Hunter drains it. Durham will come back with the ball. 51-35 with a little over 9 minutes left here in the game. Garback, Armstrong, they'll work it around the perimeter. They've got Burtwhistle down low post. As the guards come back into play, Slaughter is out there as well, but here comes Hunter on the steal. She'll go to the glass. It's up off for 2.
Hunter once again, and she should have done some of this earlier in the game. It would have helped her team out a lot. She's got the capability to score some points, as you just saw.
She's a great compliment to Jennifer Milligan. Between the 2 of them, they can certainly play the guard positions quite well. Got to match up against a very mobile and very quick backcourt for Durham. There's a shot by Burtwhistle. not playing aggressively with the ball.
No, she's gingerly handling the ball down there in the paint, and Algonquin is easily knocking it out of her hands or knocking her off her shot, so she's got to get stronger with the ball down there.
Certainly a presence. She almost blocked the shot by Hunter.
Looks like she got a hand on it, but Hunter definitely is being more aggressive offensively, looking for her shot more and taking it to the basket much more effectively than she did in the first half.
If Craig Andrews' squad from Durham is going to have any success down low post, Birtwistle has got to assert herself.
Has to get stronger with the ball. She's just not being strong enough with the ball down on the block.
She'll come to the top of the key as Liz Armstrong and Lee Garbat will look to the officials, call timeout with 8:22 left on the clock. 51-37 in favor of Durham. And the timeout will go against Durham.
Well, Algonquin's on a 5-0 run here. Able to shave 5 points off of that lead, 51-37.
Just a reminder as we see the Algonquin timeout that the OCAA championships will be in St. Clair College in Windsor, March 7th and March 8th. The Canadian College Championships will be at the Nova Scotia Agricultural College in Nova Scotia, March 20th to the 22nd. So certainly a big month coming up toward the end of February, 1st of March, when it comes to playoffs and provincial and national championships.
Well, it's good with the college venues, the CCCA. They move the venue every year, so it's always in a different place. On the other hand, with university basketball, it's always down in Halifax at the same venue at the Metro Center, so it's good to have it move around every once in a while.
Also want to mention something about the Hall of Fame inductions for the OCAA. That's going to take place the end of April. I was talking to Doug Gallatley, the executive director of the OCAA, this past weekend. He was informing me about that. He's very excited about honoring athletes, coaches, builders in the OCAA.
Well, everybody in the OCAA wants to see the level of basketball raised up a bit, so these are the things that have to take place if it's going to happen.
Also want to inform the viewers to get your copy of Sweat, the official magazine of the Ontario Colleges Athletic Association. Great magazine. They've got some fantastic articles here, including one by John Pratt. The OCAA has grown from 7 to 31 schools and continues to lay the foundation for promising future of varsity sports. And I get a big kick out of some of the old school pictures that they show back from the 70s with the shorts up around mid-thigh.
Yeah, you can relate to that, can't you?
I sure can, actually, and I'm proud to say that.
Really? Really?
And you can too, Darren, as I saw your high school and college pictures.
When I played high school ball, we were still wearing the short shorts, so.
You know it.
I can't give you all the credit.
We see the ball come across the court. That shot is on point. Nice shot from Cynthia Piazza.
Nice shot there by Piazza. Good ball movement by Algonquin. Good
no
sequence.
Relation to Mike from Major League Baseball.
Algonquin's on a 7-0 run now. Momentum starting to change into their favor. Let's see if they can get some stops on defense.
As we see some statistics coming from the bench, Durham hasn't scored since 13:30 of the second half. Up to that point, Algonquin was on a 7-0 run before that. So that was quite a big bucket for the Durham College team. That was quite a run that Algonquin was on, and we see Sheena Butt go to the glass. It didn't drop, but a foul's called on the play.
And she'll step to the line to attempt 2 free throws.
Foul's going to go against Jackie Birtwistle. That'll be her 3rd personal foul. Algonquin is into bonus. Sheena Butt, the 5'11" forward out of Cornwall, and I don't see too many B athletes coming out of Cornwall.
It's a hotbed for good athletes.
It's not just the Cornwall Royals hockey team we talk about. There are a number of great athletes that come out of that Brockville, Kingston, Cornwall corridor. Here's Butt. She's 5'11", but she plays like she's 6'4", and she's had to today. She's had some giants to deal with from the Durham Lords.
Knows how to create a lot of space down there on the block. Uses it to her advantage.
6:57 left on the clock. 53-39 in favor of the Durham Lords. There's a pass to Deanna Baird, who has a kick ball. We'll see a new 30 seconds put up on the shot clock. And they're just making sure the adjustment of the arrow goes correctly for possession of the ball, as the ball was inbounded by Bonnie Slaughter. She'll take the three-point attempt. It's good. Slaughter.
Once again, Slaughter, très bien from outside, knocking down those three-point shots.
Right in the crosshairs, she puts Durham on top with a 56-39 score.
Kind of thought that Algonquin adjusted to her hot three-point shooting in the first half, but she's back to her old ways.
She stopped and popped. There was a flash right there for three, Darren. And it's tough to stop Bonnie Slaughter on that shot. Karen Diaz takes the inbounded pass. She was double teamed, but we're going to see a foul on the play. And that foul is going to go against Durham. That'll go against Liz Armstrong. That'll be her fourth personal foul, the team's seventh, as Algonquin will continue to capitalize while into bonus. And this is one good way for Liz Warden to be able to, as we see the replay there, Darren, with Karen Diaz being double teamed.
Liz Armstrong and Bonnie Slaughter all over her.
But what I was alluding to was the fact that when you're trying to get back into the game, the number of whistles that you have will only help you as you go to the line.
Works in your favor, stops the clock, but you have to make the baskets at the line. If you're not making it, you're defeating the purpose. And Algonquin's not doing a great job at the line.
Garback, Cull, top of the key. Slaughter, she's got a great matchup, but Jennifer, or correction, it was Cynthia Piazza. They've been rotating on the cover defense with Piazza and Milligan.
Slaughter forced that one there, and looked like she thought she was fouled, but no call on the play.
There's the baseball pass to get it up the floor, as Algonquin will move it along quickly. Milligan cuts into the paint. She shoots it outside, and that shot put up by Cynthia Mullen. Cullen comes down with the defensive rebound.
Shanna Butt did a great job of rebounding there and got a good look at a shot. Didn't capitalize, though.
A traveling violation called against Deanna Baird. And Craig Andrews looking to the officials and wondering what the call was there, as he continues to plead with Dave Fumerton on the play. Good look at Craig Andrews. He's been a very popular coach in these parts. Here's a replay.
Good look inside to Baird. Good job defensively by Karen Diaz to stand her ground.
No question about it. There was a traveling violation on the play. I'm sure when Craig Andrews looks at that, he'll be questioning, why did I get up? I had a comfortable seat there on the bench.
That's right. Coaches do that sometimes.
They need to look at the replays, as we have the luxury of doing and second guessing. And Darren, we were talking earlier about the Humber College team who have won the past 4 of 5 women's OCAA championships, the other being Fanshawe in 1999-2000. Durham last won it in 1996-97. When I reminded Rosie Warden the fact that Algonquin hasn't won a championship since 1972-73, she attributed a lot of that to the fact they didn't have a team dating back to 1985-86.
That's right, so they're in a rebuilding mode here. This team here together is only being together for 2 years, so a bit green with each other.
Ball's inbounded. Algonquin looking to move it up quickly. They've got quite a huge deficit to make up, and they've only got 5 minutes, 23 seconds left on the clock to do it.
3 seconds! 3 seconds!
And we hear the coaches yelling out 3 seconds in the key as we see a three-point attempt that goes off the rim. Shot taken by Lindsay Mullen. There's another shot attempt by Sheena Butt, and Lee Garback going to try and save it. She runs into the Durham bench. Never a lack of hustle from Lee Garback.
Good hustle by Lee there, not able to catch up with the ball.
A 5'4" guard out of Stanford Collegiate in Niagara Falls, who's in her second year of law and security here at Durham.
Stanford Collegiate, that brings back memories. Second OFSA high school championship for Runnymede when I was playing was against Stanford Collegiate in Niagara Falls.
Had some great players who've come through that system.
John Steffelmeyer,
Steffenmeyer comes to mind right off the bat.
That's right. He was an arch nemesis that year.
Jennifer Milligan with a cross-court pass. There's the shot attempt. It's good on the 5-foot jumper. That was Lindsay Mullen, who's in the right place at the right time. Mullen proving to be very valuable here in the second half of play. As we see Nicole Stevenson with the pass to Lee Garbat. Looking back door for Stevenson. There's Cull off the glass. She didn't get the first time. She gets her offensive rebound. She's good for 2, Darren.
Good job by Angela Cull there. Nothing but hustle down there on the glass, and good looking basket by her.
She knew she wasn't really supposed to get that pass. That was supposed to go to Nicole Stevenson back door. Well, we have a chance. Let's go to the court side with Matt Stokes. Go ahead, Matt.
All right, thanks, guys. Out of that last time out, the message on the Algonquin bench was simply about intensity. The coaching staff would like to see them step it up, become more aggressive on the defense. They were playing box. Now they're going back to man-to-man. They don't want any easy layups, but aggressive every time on your man, and they need the ball with 4:19 left on the clock and trailing in this game.
And Darren, you know yourself as well as I do with 4:19 left on the clock, as Matt said, that the clock becomes even more the nemesis than the opposing team.
That's right. You want to try to score as many baskets as possible with the clock stopped. You want to get turnovers from the other team, and you don't want to allow easy baskets for the other team.
An official timeout has been called, and we're looking for the timeout to go both ways, as the officials just made that call with 4:19 left on the clock. 58-42 in favor of the Durham Lords. Now, if you're Rosie Wharton, pardon me, what are you saying to the troops?
Intensity. You need to be intense offensively and defensively. Knock down free throws. Put on some full court pressure, not just a token pressure. You want to put on a pressure that's going to create some turnovers, and you need to capitalize out of those turnovers if you get them.
And if you're Craig Andrews, how do you maintain that lead without the team going into any kind of an abyss with 4:19 left on the clock?
Be patient offensively. Keep doing what you were doing. They were coming down the floor in every sequence. They were spreading it out, moving the ball, and going inside. So stick to that inside-outside game. They've got the good forwards inside, and if it's not there for them, they can kick it back out and see if anything's there.
I noticed Bill Kraut is sitting on the bench for the Durham Lords, a one-time star player here at Durham. Also played his university basketball at Ryerson.
He's also the president of the CNBL, Canadian National Basketball League, that's slated to start up sometime in the near future.
And certainly Bill becoming ever more present in all the basketball courts across Southern Ontario.
That's right. He was a great college player, and now is taking his expertise to another level.
I still remember him from his days when he played with the Martin Grove Bears and was a Toronto High School All-Star who played in the annual All-Star game against the Detroit City and Michigan AAU All-Star team.
You're right. You do have a good memory.
Like an elephant, Darren, as we get back to action with Liz Armstrong and Ange Cull. Bonnie Slaughter. Cynthia Piazza is on her. Slaughter with a nice pass to Burtwhistle, and Burtwhistle.
Excellent dish there by Slaughter. Great sequence by Durham. Slaughter broke down the defense, and Burtwhistle was right there to catch the pass and convert the easy deuce.
60-43, 3:53 left on the clock. Diaz. This is Piazza. She just burnt Lee Garbat on the crossover.
Got the crossover going there, the killer crossover to be exact.
Garbat still trying to put her shorts on after that play. And a drive to the bucket by Liz Armstrong. Burtwhistle comes up with it. And a foul's called on the play, Darren.
And the Durham forwards are just too much for Algonquin. Just too much size up there. You know, offensive rebounding is very important. And Durham is doing a good job controlling the boards. And that's why we see such a big disparity in the score right now, because Durham is doing an excellent job on the boards.
As Burtwhistle goes to the line for Durham, Jen Milligan was charged with the foul. That'll be her third personal. 5 team fouls against Algonquin Thunder.
First shot by Burtwhistle off the mark.
Now, Darren, if I was Craig Andrews, I would have this team out after the men's game and have them putting up free throws for about a good hour.
And that's the time to shoot them, too, when you're tired. Best time to shoot free throws is when you're tired, because that's how it's going to be in a game. And we see Durham putting on some three-quarter court pressure here. Good job by Hunter bringing the ball over the timeline.
So we see the shot go up off the glass. It's 60-43, the official score. Bonnie Slaughter.
And we haven't seen much from Jen Milligan here in this second half. She's kind of quieting down. She was lighting it up in the first half, and that kind of just disappeared for Algonquin, so not a good sign for them.
And here comes Cynthia Piazza, who's calling out the offensive sequence. You can hear her quite loudly. Very vocal out there on the floor for the Thunder. And she spots up for a 15-foot jumper. That was a nice jumper by Jen Milligan.
Jen Milligan there on the mark again.
And one thing about Milligan, Darren, is that she comes back to play solid defense as well.
That's right. That's the sign of a true great player. Does it at both ends of the floor.
Thunder matched up body defense. And Milligan is watching Lee Garbat.
Armstrong there tried to force a tough pass into Burt Whistle. It was stolen.
Hunter looking for the pass to Cynthia Piazza, was knocked away by Bonnie Slaughter, and we'll see substitution for Durham. Jen Payne will check into the game. She's a 5'7" guard out of Odessa, Ontario, played at Ernestown. Dental assistant major in her first year. 60-45 with a little over 2 minutes left in the game. Armstrong, Burt Whistle.
Good look inside to Cull.
Cull looking to drive to the bucket. She'll get it. She was going tough against Karen Diaz.
She's so strong down there on the block. She was virtually unstoppable there. Had bodies all over her, but went strong to the glass and scored the basket.
Sheena Butt had a nice move there in the first try. She gets the second try, and it's good off the glass for 2.
Good job there by Butt to get the putback. She's doing an excellent job inside. Had several opportunities where she got those putbacks. This one capitalized for her.
Armstrong looking to dish it off. She was charged on the traveling violation. I'm sure that there was a Thunder hand in there, Darren.
Possibly, possibly.
Minute 23 seconds left on the clock. 62-47 in favor of the Lords. Substitution for Algonquin. And it appears that they're going to call a timeout. Algonquin has been charged with the timeout. So that brings us with 1 minute 23 seconds left, and Durham is ahead. Now here on in the Durham College, as we see the replay, Darren.
Liz Armstrong there, and Sheena Butt did get a hand in there.
But I think the traveling violation was called just prior to Sheena Butt getting her hand on the ball. See a good look at Craig Andrews, the illustrious basketball coach in the Durham region. I also get a big kick out of Ron Parfit, the one-time basketball coach at Pickering High School, and he had it the right way. The coach would sit down and give instructions to the players. The players would always stand up.
That's right.
Yeah, the players would never take a seat during a timeout.
No place for sitting down.
Ron Parfit has coaching down to a T. As we see the shot from outside, this is a three-point attempt from Lindsay Mullen, and Cull comes down with the rebound. It'll be very interesting to see the total of offensive and defensive rebounds from Angela Cull.
Rebounding machine here this second half.
That possession will go in favor of Durham. And they look to get the ball out. And they're going to call a timeout. If they're going to call a technical foul, and that technical is going to go against Cynthia Piazza.
Now, I totally missed what happened there. I didn't see anything. What precipitated that technical foul?
It'll be a technical foul is also a team foul, Darren. And that'll be her second personal foul. So we're going to see Burt Whistle at the line shooting for the Durham Lords. Now, we don't know what happened there. We don't know what was said, but obviously the official, Richard Graves, knows better.
Durham will regain possession after the technical free throws.
This game is taking on a ferocious feel to it. Much like the basketball game between the Indiana Pacers and the Toronto Raptors. We don't see any coaches storming out on the court, though.
Just a little late game frustration, that's all.
Piazza is out there putting lots of emotion into it, and she's going to be charged with another foul.
And there she picks up another foul quickly, still brimming over that last call, no doubt.
That's her third personal foul as Durham will go to the line. This is Fiona Wield, the 5'2" guard out of Whitby Sinclair. Rookie player at that, getting a good opportunity with 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the clock. Clearly ahead by 16 points is the Durham Lords. And this is a good opportunity for Craig Andrews to use his bench.
That's right. Get some of those other players who don't get the opportunity to play as much.
In the first half, he had good production coming off the bench, and certainly he'll see that from some of the rookie players here with a minute left on the clock. Also checking into the game is Krista Mustard, a third-year player out of Brucefield, Ontario. She played her high school ball at Central Huron Secondary School. Good opportunity for the veteran player as well. Comes up with the rebound. The pass goes to the outlet to Liz Armstrong, and a foul is going to be called against Algonquin, and they'll have to come back down the other end of the floor to shoot the free throws. Darren, this is when the stops and starts in the latter stages of the game. It's very clear Durham College has control of the game.
That's right. It just needs to be determined whether Algonquin thinks at this point of the game they can make up 16 points within 53 seconds, and are they going to foul on every possession, or are they just going to let the game play out and the time run out?
53.5 seconds left to be exact, Darren, as you know, and every point second really counts, as we've seen games being decided in point seconds before. And there's a steal by Liz Armstrong. She's got Fiona Wield with her, and the pass is thrown out of bounds. That's going to go Algonquin's way. Luckily for the Thunder, as we see a good look at Liz Armstrong. She's been a big cog in the wheel here for the Lords.
Done an excellent job at the guard spot, handling the ball, setting everything up.
Piazza, outside pass to Jen Milligan. There's a three-point attempt that goes off the rim. But with the rebound, that was an air ball. And there's going to be a battle for the ball. Jen Payne, who had the possession, battling it out with Lindsay Mullen, and possession will go to Durham Lords. 25.3 seconds left on the clock as it winds down. The shot clock has been shut off. Wield will bring it over the center line. She's watched closely by Piazza. Wield, ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to go against Piazza. A foul called on the play. Fumerton won't let her off the hook.
Definitely not. She's picked up a quick 2 or 3 fouls within the last minute and a half or so.
That'll be her 4th personal foul as we see a Wield at the line for the Durham Lords. Graphic design major, she's a rookie player for Craig Andrews.
Knocks down the first of 2 free throws.
Oh, mesh. I don't know about your free throws, Darren, but mine don't make a sound.
We all know why that is.
And Wield, like a veteran out there.
Is that because they're not going anywhere in the vicinity of the rim?
I took my instructions from Fiona Wield, who put up 2 very, very nice free throws. And she almost stripped the ball away from Sheena Butt as the buzzer goes down. That ends the game. The final score, the Durham Lords 65, the Algonquin Thunder 47. You've been watching OCAA basketball at its finest here on Rogers Television, Durham Region. We'll be back with a postgame right after this.
When you're looking for your adrenaline rush, Varsity Sports scores top marks for action and excitement. Pioneer.
Welcome back once again. The Durham Lords knocking off the Algonquin Thunder 65-47. Standing here with Bonnie Slaughter, 24 points on the day. And Bonnie, just some of your thoughts on the game.
Well, we pulled it out when it counted. We really needed this spot. This was like a playoff game for us, and it's like we lit a fire underneath our butts, and we did it.